RadioNOW 100.9's Indy Connection with Emily Metheny.
Hello, I'm Emily Metheny, your host. This week, Heather Maurer, Director of Education with Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, stopped by the studio to talk about what KIB does and what's coming up when the weather gets warmer.
Heather, what does Keep Indianapolis Beautiful, or KIB, do?
Yeah, KIB is an environmental and community nonprofit. We're located in the Fletcher Place neighborhood, and we've been around for a little over 40 years. Our mission, kind of in its simplest form, is to help people and nature thrive. So we partner with neighborhoods all over the city of Indianapolis to complete community-driven projects. And these can range anywhere from litter pickup to public art projects, and of course, planting thousands of trees across the city every year.
Excellent. And we're coming up on spring, thankfully.
Yes.
And you have the spring planting season coming up.
That's correct, yes.
Excellent. Can you tell me a little bit about when that's going to kick off and what that all entails?
Sure. Well, I know it doesn't feel like it today, but spring will actually be here before we know it. So we're getting ready to go. That's when we hit the ground running. So spring plantings will kick off in March. We have 1,700 trees that we're going to plant this spring. We're also going to be breaking ground on 4 new green spaces. And then on April 25th, we're going to be hosting a massive litter cleanup. So we encourage everyone to come out and help us.
And how can people find out more information about the litter cleanup and how to get involved?
People can visit us at www.kibi.org. Or honestly, you can just give us a call. We love talking to people, and we can get you set up.
And what's that phone number?
317-264-7555.
And with these green spaces, where are these going to be at?
So green spaces, our green space program is really great because they're all over the city. Actually, neighborhoods can apply anywhere in Marion County to have a green space created in their neighborhood. And we'll help them with that design process. We'll help them build it, and we'll also help them to maintain it. So if you're listening and you think, we've got a vacant lot in our neighborhood, or we'd really like to turn something into something more beautiful, again, let us know, and we can help you do that.
And with the green spaces, it's obviously green, but what does that all entail? Is it paths? Is it trees? What is it?
Sure. So again, we work with the neighborhood. We really want to tailor these spaces to their needs. A lot of times they'll include a native plant garden that's going to be really great for our wildlife and create a lot of beauty. We'll certainly do trees. Sometimes we'll do orchards. Certainly pathways. Some neighborhoods want, a stage or a gathering area, or they want a pergola. Again, we'll work with that community to figure out what's the best design for them.
Excellent. And then with volunteering, with the organization in general, where can people find information about the opportunities and keep up to date?
Sure. If they want to sign up for our newsletter, they can do that on the website, and that's a great way. We send that out monthly, and we will tell you all of the volunteer opportunities. And we always need volunteers. We work with about 15,000 volunteers every year, so we need all those helping hands to get our work done. And again, they can find that information on our website, or if they want to give us a call, we will work directly with them to put them with the best fit.
Kind of going into the partnership. So KIB is involved with the city, and you've been renewed. That partnership's been renewed, continuing, right?
Yes, we are very lucky. We've had a long-standing collaborative relationship with the city of Indianapolis, and we're very much looking forward to continuing that partnership into 2020 and beyond. So we did just get a renewed contract. The core of that contract is going to be for our tree planting efforts. It's going to be cleaning our city and increasing those green spaces for our Indianapolis residents to enjoy.
What else does it give you by partnering with the city to accomplish everything?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, what it really gives us is we're able to support one another and really leverage our resources to have a greater impact together than we can separately. Again, we're really lucky that kind of our mission aligns very well with the sustainability goals of the city of Indianapolis.
And besides the spring planting and the green spaces, what else is coming up this year?
Oh, great question. I think something that we're really, really excited about that relates to our contract with the city of Indianapolis is that we're going to be launching an anti-littering campaign, and that's to encourage behavior change around litter. A lot of our work is picking up the litter, right? It's litter abatement, which is really important, but we want to get to creating that behavior change so that there's less littering happening in Indianapolis. So we're going to be spending a lot of our time working on that.
That's exciting. So what will that all include then?
So we're really in our strategy phase right now, in our planning stage, because we just kicked off 2020. So that'll include a really nice period of this strategy, this planning, and then it will get launched in the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. So stay tuned, and maybe I can come back and tell you about how that's going to go.
Excellent, because we'd love to know more about what's going on, because this is not just picking up litter. It is changing the behaviors of people in Indianapolis to keep it beautiful.
Absolutely. And I think the key ingredient for that is keeping a really clear and a really simple message about why it's important to have a clean city and what are the small things that each one of us can do to contribute to that.
And because that also goes on to impact not only the people who live here, but the people who come and visit.
Absolutely. We are getting more attention as a city, and we want to welcome more visitors, and we want them to leave thinking, what a beautiful city, what a clean city, and we'd love it if they'd come to our city and even feel inspired to contribute to our city.
Nice. And then what areas does KIB serve in Indianapolis?
We serve all of Marion County. So again, if you are interested in getting involved in one of our programs and you live in Marion County, there is a place for you. If you want to start small, if you want to go big, we've got all kinds of different levels for people to get involved. Something that not a lot of people know is that anyone in Marion County can apply to have trees planted in their neighborhood completely free. So if you look down your street and you think, I need more trees, or my daughter's school, I really think they could use more trees, we've got an application. It's completely free, and we will help you get those trees planted.
And that's all on the website?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So KIBI.org.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yep.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think I would just like to add that, again, I really just want to stress that if you're looking to make your impact in 2020, and whether it's big or small, we can help you do that. Even if you just want to donate $5 to our organization, $5 buys 5 pairs of gloves, and that helps us, when we're doing a litter cleanup, to hand out to volunteers. If you're ready to get outside and get dirty and you want to help us plant a tree, please come out and help us. So again, we just want to make sure that everybody feels like they've got a place in helping our beautiful city thrive.
And one more question about volunteering.
Yes.
Is there an age requirement?
Oh, that's a great question. So we do take all ages. If you're 15 or under, we just require that you have an adult to supervise you. But we take all ages, all skill levels.
And would you do corporations as well?
Yes, that's a great question. We love to accommodate corporate groups. Something that's becoming really popular in Indianapolis is, more service-oriented corporations. And so we can accommodate that. If you want a corporate day of service that's just for your group, it's kind of more of a team-building activity, we can arrange that. We also go and we give lunch and learns to corporations so that they can just learn more about their city and the sustainability efforts. So contact us. That's actually something that's part of my job. So I'll be the one to come out and do that with you.
If you want to have Heather Maurer come out, she's the Director of Education with the Keep Indianapolis Beautiful. You can find out how to contact her on KIBI.org.
That's correct.
Or can you give the phone number one last time, Heather?
Yes, 317-264-7555.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
January is National Mentoring Month, and I wanted to revisit the interview I had with Camile Brugh and Whitney Smith from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Indiana that I did last fall. During that interview, they talked about the benefits for bigs and littles in the program, as well as how to sign up.
I'm here with Whitney and Camile from Big Brothers Big Sisters. Can you both tell me a little bit about your positions?
Yeah, thanks for having us. So I oversee our corporate partnerships and marketing efforts, always looking for more volunteers and engaging more donors in our mission.
And I'm Camile Brugh, and I am the Senior Director of Mentoring Relationships and Program Outcomes, so I work closely with our program team.
Excellent. And for someone who's not familiar with Big Brothers Big Sisters, they just moved into the area, can you give us a little history?
Sure. Big Brothers Big Sisters is a national organization. Nationally, they've been serving kids for over 100 years, and locally, we've been serving kids for 50 years. So we're actually celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. But we, believe that every child has the ability to succeed in life, and we want to invest in that potential. So we exist to defend, ignite, and empower these kids through one-to-one mentoring relationships, and they are paired with mentors called Bigs, and then we call our youth Littles, and they spend 4 to 6 hours a month together for a year.
Excellent. And is it only a 1-year commitment, or can it be extended?
We hope that these relationships extend beyond 1 year. We serve kids ages 8 to 14, but we want to make sure they stay in the program until they're 18 or graduate from high school.
Excellent. And to become a big, how's that process work?
Sure. We can start enrolling volunteers at the age of 19, and then we have no age maximum. We know that, all adults through all scopes of their life make great volunteers. We do have an enrollment process just to make sure that we are pairing the adult mentor, the big, with the young person that's going to be a great fit for them. So part of the application process does have parts of getting to know them, learning about the areas they'd want to work on in a mentoring relationship, and taking it from there.
Excellent. And if someone's interested in becoming a big, how would they go about that?
Yeah, we encourage them to visit our website. It's www.bebigforkids.org, and we have the entire kind of process on there, or give our agency a call. It's 317-921-2201, and we'll get you hooked up with a staff member that can explain the process from there.
And then is this specifically for Indianapolis? Is it the surrounding area? Who all do you service?
So we serve over 1,400 kids annually in Marion, Hamilton, and Johnson counties.
What's the experience like to be a big with a little or a little with a big? What is that experience like for someone who's interested, but they're not quite ready to take that jump?
Sure.
What is it like?
Yes, absolutely. It can feel a little nerve-wracking in the beginning, but we know both the mentor and the young person have the same level of nerves going in, so it's an even playing field. But we try to take the nerves out of it as much as possible. We have a big app, so we have a mobile app that will allow you to look for activities. Low to no-cost activities are our goal that just enrich that young person and help them become their best selves. You'll also have a professional support person. That's a lot of the team that I get to work with, and they are there to make sure that they're coaching you along the way, answering all the questions that you have, and helping you come up with those great ideas and doing fun opportunities together.
And going back to earlier, we were talking about how many hours a month that commitment is. Can you reiterate how, just the hours real quick?
Sure, it's 4 to 6 hours a month, so that kind of averages out to about 2 times a month.
And with those activities, it can be anything. I've seen someone I know who's a big brother who's been to football games. They've gone out to different events. What's the limit on, is there a limit on what events you can go to as a big and a little?
So we encourage free to low-cost activities. We want to make sure that the bigs are participating in activities that don't cost a lot of money. And honestly, it does range from attending a Colts game to attending a match activity at our agency where we're setting goals for the match. We want to make sure that bigs and littles are focused on building that friendship first and foremost, establishing that trust, and then from there working towards goals that were established.
And then if someone wants to be involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters, but they do not have the time right now, how else can they volunteer and contribute to the organization?
Glad you asked that. So there are opportunities to, of course, donate to support more kids getting matched with bigs of their own. It costs about $2,000 to support one match for a year. So we are always looking for more individuals that are willing to support those relationships and the core of our mission of what we do. And then, of course, we'd love for anyone who's interested to attend an event. We have a recruitment campaign going on right now, and we've got a series of events. So we want people to attend, come learn about our program. It's a really casual and easy way to get to know Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Excellent. Going back to kind of the partnership between the bigs and the littles, what can someone expect for that first year? What can they expect?
Sure, they can absolutely expect getting to know somebody, getting to know the family. The young people that come to our program have great families, so it's just somebody else in their life that can just be kind of in their corner. So we would hope that you would expect to get to know the parent or guardian of the young person, partner together, learn about that child through the other people's lives or eyes, and then just go out and have fun. It really is just getting out there and exploring our community together for at least the first 6 months. We want everybody to just build that friendship, and then you start taking on a little bit more of that mentoring piece. Once the kid feels trusted and safe and and willing to share more about themselves, then it just grows from there.
Excellent. When you were talking with bigs about mentoring, what are some of the big things you want to make sure they walk in there with?
Patience is key. Somebody who can just meet the young person where they are, a great listener, being able to build up some self-confidence. We know our program can do some great things in helping kids, in their academic success, feeling more confident in school, growing to build better relationships, both with their friends and with other adults, and then also just making better choices. When young people are faced with two options in life, we hope that we will help them pick the choice that gives them a brighter future. So big should come in just knowing they need to be empathetic and patient and grow together.
Excellent. Could you tell me a little bit about the impact, especially on the littles, having a big in those between that 8 and 14 age range?
Oh, absolutely. That's a critical time. Youth are discovering who they are, and they just need somebody else to be able to see the potential in them. We really want to take an approach that looks at the positives that are in the young person's life and motivate from there. We know kids do better when they can realize all of the great things that are currently going on, and then how they can take that to be a better part to somebody else's life. So we know kids do best when you can identify the great things that are going on and then motivate them from there.
Excellent. And then if someone wants to look into being a little, how would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. The same way. They can go onto our website at bebigforkids.org, or they can call our main line that Whitney gave earlier. And then we walk the parent through that process, or the guardian, just like we do the volunteer. So we have an enrollment process that'll explain more. And then we go out to the home to get to know the family in their comfort level as well.
Excellent. And then, of course, if you want to be big, you can go online to the website, or you can call as well. Can you give that number one more time?
Sure, it's 317-921-2201.
Perfect. And then what events do you have coming up next year? Like looking ahead to 2020. What's all coming up?
Also glad you asked that. So National Mentoring Month is January. That's a month that we focus on recognizing our mentors and also raising awareness of the impact of mentoring. And then looking ahead to April, we have our annual Bowl for Kids' Sake fundraiser. So that will take place on the south side at Highway Lanes on April 23rd, and on the north side at Woodland Bowl on April 30th. And that we have Bigs, partners, sponsors in the community get together, a team of 4 bowlers, come bowl for 2 hours, raise money. We ask that every team raises $500 each, and you're supporting our mission and having fun.
And it's going back to that 2,000 that helps that pair, correct?
Absolutely.
If I decide in April I want to become a big,
Yes.
I could set up in April. If September's better, it's open enrollment throughout the year.
Absolutely. We want you to come in when it's the best time for you to be able to make that minimum of a 1-year commitment. So if holidays seem to be the wild time, we can still take you come January 1 when you're ready for us. We're ready for you.
Perfect.
All day, every day.
And are you active on social media?
We are.
Absolutely.
What's your handle?
So we've got Facebook, which is Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Indiana. Twitter is at Big Bro Big Sis IND. Instagram, Big Bro Big Sis IND. And I think that's it.
Is there anything else you would like to add? Anything at all?
We really appreciate you having us here. It's really important, again, that we get the word out. We've got a lot of kids who are waiting for a big of their own, and we want to make sure that we, match these kids with positive adult role models.
Perfect. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
You can visit bebigforkids.org to sign up to be a big or find more information about becoming a big and their upcoming events. Joe Pesh, you know the Joe from the Joe and McKinzie morning show on RadioNOW 100.9? Well, he's a big brother for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Indiana, and he loves it. Hey Joe, can you tell me how long you've been involved with the program?
I have been involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Central Indiana for, almost 2.5 years. It feels like it just started yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And because you started as soon as you moved in, correct?
Well, no. Some people think that. I guess I've always talked about it because working in radio, we always have different charities and different groups that come in, and that's part of our job, serving the community. So we've got to say, hey, tell us more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. What's this big drive you're doing? And for years, even before I came here to Indy 3 years ago, I was like, that'd be something really good, but I don't know if I'd be a good big brother or not. And then finally, I don't know if I prayed about it or something just came over me. I had a feeling it's like, dude, you got to sign up and be a big brother. Now is the time.
And you did. And what's the experience been like for you?
It has been the greatest experience of my life. I'm mad at myself I didn't do it like 7 years ago when I had an inkling of doing it. It's easy. I think I'm not that cool. My little loves me. His mom, Keela, she just tells me all these great stories, all these memories. Just like if it was your own kid, you don't realize the littlest impact that you could make with a young boy or a young girl, and they just need people in their lives to be a mentor. You don't have to be perfect. Trust me, because I'm far, far from perfect. But it's the littlest things, and I'm almost selfish out of this because I swear I get more out of my mentorship and my connection with my little brother Michael than he does from me. But it's so fun.
Part of the commitment is it's 4 hours a month. What does that feel like? Does it feel like it's 4 hours? Does it seem so short?
No. Maybe at first the 4 hours seemed like a lot because anytime, like if you and I hung out for the first time, well, what are we going to talk about? It can be awkward. But once you develop a rapport and connection, because obviously it's like somebody brand new you're meeting, it's really easy. We do at least 4 hours a month, sometimes even double that because it's not hard to do. We went to a Colts game not too long ago, and that was really fun, even though he was cheering for the Texans. I got to work on that. He's a Texans fan, so I'll have to do my best with that. But we get together, for example, the holiday time, we were making some cookies, and it's like, okay, let's make some cookies for your family, then also for some people you can give out in the neighborhood or where you live at his apartment place. I think it's a really good thing. And yeah, 4 hours is like what's expected. You'll have no problem eating that. It does not, it's not hard at all. There's so many options when it comes to events. Big Brothers Big Sisters, they help you a lot. They actually have the big app, which is really cool. Trust me, I love when people plan stuff for me. They have a whole list of free events that you can do, or it's very, very low cost, and they just always have new things. They have great partnerships to save you money, but you don't have to spend money to be a big brother or big sister. There's tons of free events. There's a lot of cool things you can do, too, just on your own. I try to get my little to learn and grow. All he wants to do is play Fortnite, which probably most boys want to do, but we've been doing different games, like actually playing games together. We've been working on trying to teach him how to cook. Now, to be fair, I have a hard time boiling water, but as I mentioned, we like to bake cookies together. We try just to do different things to grow his skills, to teach him to help maybe like rake leaves for a neighbor of his, which, you know, I'm not putting the kid to work. I'm actually teaching him community, helping out friends, helping out people, volunteering. There's so much that you can do. You don't have to be a millionaire to do this. It's not like a budget item. It's very affordable, and I got to go back to that app again. The big app is the best thing ever.
Probably the biggest thing. It's a 1 year commitment, but obviously you extended it. Was there a second where you're like, maybe, or did you just go for it?
No. Yeah, at first it seems daunting and that is a big thing. I would tell anybody, you need to commit to this. Obviously, life happens. You might have to move or just whatever, but don't just do it like, well, if I don't like it after a month, I'll quit. No. I mean, think about that. If somebody was in your life, a man or a woman that you looked up to as a mentor, and then they're gone, that's the whole point, is to have these people there in their lives to be around and make a commitment. But no, a year goes by so quick. Like I said, I'm 2.5 years in, and I feel like we just started like a few weeks ago, and there's so much to do. I see this kid Michael growing up in front of me, and I'm actually afraid when the program's over. I mean, obviously you could be friends afterwards, but no, I'll tell you what, a year commitment is nothing. Being a big brother or big sister is going to be one of the greatest things you ever do in your life. The opportunity for 4 hours a month, obviously you can do more, is going to make such a huge impact. It's going to help the kid feel encouraged, feel proud of themselves, just to have somebody to talk to. I mean, not everybody had great parents growing up, and not everybody has that structure in their lives. Luckily for me, like my little Michael's got a great family, but it's so good to have that male influence, that male companion, that guidance. I'm 33 and I still need guidance, you know? So if you have ever thought about it, it's super easy. I will give Big Brothers Big Sisters and just also Central Indiana, the whole thing, such a round of applause for the work they do of matching you with the actual child. It is a perfect match, and they make sure it works for both people. So any fears, any hesitations, any questions, they're going to take care of that. It's going to work out, Emily, and I can't say it enough. I really like it. My wife, Lindsay's actually going to become a big sister. She's thinking about doing
amazing.
That. So yeah, go do it. It's going to make such a big difference.
Next week, I will have a big in from Big Brothers Big Sisters to talk about their experience. So make sure to listen. If you have questions you would like me to ask the big when they're in, you can email me at emetheny@radio-1.com. That's EMETHENY at radio-1 spelt out.com. And thank you for listening. Please join me again next week. Until then, have a great week.
RadioNOW 100.9's Indy Connection with Emily Metheny.